Anyways, let's. Well, I don't know if I'm not going to respond. Let's move on to this one. So you could do a similar thing with rotations. So algebraic. So here's what's going on. When we do a transformation, we're changing where the image goes in the XY plane. And all three of these translations that we've done, for the most part, the object has been the same shape and same size. We've changed the orientation, but it's been the same shape and the same size. In other words, whatever we do to X, we do consistently to X. Whatever we're doing to Y, we're doing consistently to Y. And we could do the same thing with a rotation. So if I go and I want to do a 90-degree clockwise rotation, this is a little more complicated. Multiply each X coordinate by -1 and then switch the X negative and Y coordinates. So you're going to, whatever is X, I'm going to multiply by a negative and then you flip-flop them. The X and Y values, you flip-flop them. Now, here's what I'm going to let you know. When you go to do your homework, have this chart. You just got to look at the chart. All right, have you memorized this? No. If I go over 3 example problems, are you going to memorize it? No. So just look at the chart. Okay. 90 degrees counterclockwise. Well, now you're going to multiply the Y coordinate by -1, and then you still switch it. Yeah. And then 180 degrees, you just do the negative of X and Y, but you don't flip them. Okay. So let's look at example number 3. Example number 3 says we have a quadrilateral ABCD with vertices of A, B, C, and D. I'm not going to read them all. And then it says we want to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So what I'm going to do is clockwise means I multiply X by a negative and then flip-flop the X and Y. So whatever the X value is, this is -4, right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to flip them. So I'm going to put the Y in the front. So this is my Y. Now my Y goes here. This is my X. But now I'm going to multiply my X by -1. Notice this is the total X value, -X. So -4, 2 becomes 2, +4. -3, 4 becomes 4, +3. 2, 3 becomes 3, -2. And 0, 0 becomes 0, 0. Then when you graph all the points, you could see that the image was in fact rotated 90 degrees clockwise. Blue is the pre-image and green is the actual image. All right, now we're going to do it on our own. Are you guys ready? Holy moly, 270 degrees clockwise. How would you find the vertices for that? Well, how about you rotate 90 degrees clockwise plus 180 degrees clockwise. Now this is going to take some thinking. So we're going to start with X, Y. That's a point. And then we're going to do 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, I'm going to go back up here, clockwise. We flip Y and X, and then we make it -X. So this is our 90 degrees. We're going to say Y, -X. So that's the 90 degrees. Now, from there, in order to rotate at 180 degrees, what did we do? We just took the opposite of each one. To do 180 degrees, we just take the opposite. So to take the opposite of each one, I'm going to leave it in the same order, but I'm going to say -Y, and what's the opposite of -X? +X. So you could cut out the middleman. This is rotating. So you would say, let me put it in a different color. So this right here, that's rotated 270 degrees clockwise. Does that make sense?